We're going to multiply a couple matrices together here. It's a pretty simple process, but it's kind of tedious. First of all, we always write things with row, then column. So remember, rows are this way. Here's row 1, row 2, row 3. So this is a 3-row by column 1, column 2, 2-column. So that's a 3-by-2 matrix. Okay? The red matrix, matrix B, is there's row 1, row 2, so it's a 2-row by column 1, column 2, column 3 by 3 column. So that's how we write the dimension. This is called the dimension of the matrix, 2 by 3. In order to multiply two matrices together, the columns of the first has to equal the rows of the second. These have to be equal or else it can't be done. And the resultant matrix is going to equal the rows of the first and the columns of the second. So what I like to do is I like to write out my A times B matrix, and I like to write it with the dimensions so that I know what I'm looking for. It's a 3-by-3 matrix, and here's the trick with it. You're going to take, this is called spot A. I should actually call it, let's call it C. This is C11, row 1, column 1. This is C, row 1, column 2, and this is C, row 1, column 3. This is C, row 2, column 1, row 2, column 2, row 2, column 3, and this is row 3, column 1, row 3, column 2, and row 3, column 3. Whoops, column 3. Alright, and how do you find these things? Well, let's do that as well.
Multiply row by column.
Row, column, exactly. Row, column is going to go right there. And when I do that, I multiply 4 times 2, which is 8. 8 plus 2 times negative 1, which is negative 2. And so I replace this with the sum, which is 6. That's how you do all of these things. So let me try another one. I'll change the color on it here. This is row 1, column 2. Row 1, column 2 would go right there. Row 1, column 2. It's in row 1 and it's in column 2, so it goes in the intersection of those two. And it's 4 times 3, which is 12, plus 2 times negative 2, which is negative 4. 12 plus a negative 4 is positive 8. This is positive 8. Let's do just another random one. This would be row 3, column 2. Row 3, column 2 goes right there. Row 3, column 2 goes right there. That's why it's good to write them out, and just remember, rows are horizontal, columns are vertical. Row 3, column 2 is going to be 3 times 3, which is 9, minus 10, which is negative 1. So that's going to equal negative 1. And you can do the rest as well. I'll do those for you. So there are your answers. And you can check my arithmetic, but those should be all correct.